These rappers is shucking and jiving and stuff, getting self in the shit that they can't get out of. Fucking up, here go the flux. A display of lyrics and patents and rhythms by Side and Young Buck.
For viewers' discretion is only factual, non-fiction, homie. The ruler, the thumb sticking out, cause you know me. Federal, pimp lock the block, you can't hold me. Situation getting heavy, ammo get low, need my homie with side.
When your homie ride on you, you know from the fly. Go with that on these bitches, is devious as we gon' get on this shit. Let's talk, let's not sit on this shit. We the shit on this shit, they just spit on this
so
shit.
So much psychodramatical havoc at this bit. Crazy the range with it, this shit. Buck inside is the physicist. Belligerent, feel it, cause we ignorant. Nigga, y'all in it. The flux is the subject of weight and adrenaline. The feel of bitch. Side the medic. Buck the relic and drama that did it to him once again. The chance that you get. Change to your face and the blood to the covers. Undisputed bitch.
And again. To the end of the pen, be worse than this sin against men. I'm feeling fenced in. From birth, saw the light of the earth, and I've been fucked up since then. This fusion, clenching, the might get that bitch contusions. It's two of Chicago's fucking gruesome. Introducing to you the flux.
What up, Taco Crew? Your boy is feeling better. It feels good to be back. What the hell, Will Ospreay? Let's go.
And you can inhale the danger. Consider this us spilling out pills of anger. Fuck around, swell a vein up and make you rebel on the stranger. Can't contain the things I'm thinking. Sometimes I be feel like I'm sinking in the motherfucking words of the rap. Floating in the ink pen, breathing and blinking as I lead you to the brink and push you off in the deep end of the issue. Out of the realm of reaching, you ain't gonna know what the fuck they hit you cause you sleeping. Chicago will be your motherfucking shit. Here to show you how worse of it fucking get. Don't play by books. I'm really up in it, burning the rules. Fuck that instruction shit.
What is going on? Everybody, my name is Jesse, aka your very own one and only Chi-Town Smart, man. What is good with ya? Let me start off by saying I feel so much better, but I also feel like crap for not being here for you guys last week. I heard all of your well wishes and everything else, and I hear you guys saying, you know, get better and take care of yourself first. I did that. I did take care of myself, but nonetheless, man, I feel a certain obligation to the very few of you that take the time out of your evening to come hang out, man. I do. Those of you who donate your hard-earned money, your even more important time, you come here and you spend it with me, man. And I try to do my best to make sure that I can at least show up and put on some form of entertainment, man, because more often than not, I get notifications, I get DMs, and I get emails, and I get stuff like that, and people tell me how much of a getaway that streams like this can become when there's just so much going on in everyone's real life and everything else. And I'm humbled. I am humbled. But I don't like not being here, man. I don't like not being here. I like being here and being available for you guys. I feel like it's the very least I can do. I sincerely do. So, nonetheless, I'm here. I'm back. I feel better. I feel a lot better, man. I really, really do. So, we're gonna get into tonight's show, man. Tonight was the long lost episode that we were all waiting for, man, and that was the Fallout show from Bound for Glory, where we had Will Ospreay gracing us with his presence, man. Clucky, you're on thin ice, bro. Clucky, you're on thin ice. I saw how you tried to take over the stream, Clucky. That ain't cool, man. That ain't cool. So, we got Will Ospreay in the house, man. I mean, God, how can you not love this guy? The guy's great. The guy's awesome, man. And him coming over and doing shows on a platform like Impact tells me how much of a wrestling fan he is. Because to me, clearly he is much bigger as a wrestler, as a performer, than someone that you would normally see on Impact. But the fact that he comes here because he loves what he does, you know, he enjoys what he does, and he loves to wrestle, man. So you can't knock him for that. You can't knock him for that, man. You gotta love it. You love to see it. You love to see it, man. Where do we start off here? I want to thank everyone for being here, first off. I think that is more important than anything else. I think that's more important than anything else. Susan D in the house. What's going on? Mike Rouse. I'm having issues like JD. What do you guys mean? What issues am I having? Is my sound messed up? Or is Mike Rouse just not good at turning up his device? Which one is it? Can't hear. You guys can't hear me? Let me see something. Let me see something. You guys can hear me just fine. Stop trolling me, man. Stop trolling me. JP Giles, what's going on, man? What is going on with Death Metal Paulie? What is good? Turn up your device. Turn up your device, Death Metal Paulie. Turn up your device. Jason Baker. What is good with your man? Jason Baker, I see you in the super chats. Oh, man, we got a new Taco crew member, bruh. You know how we do here, man. Let's go back and start it off. Let's go back and start it off with Tony Brown. Tony Brown with the $4.99 super chat. Tony Brown wants to know, he says, Jesse, who was that woman Trinity was wrestling? Tony Brown, thank you so much for the super chat. Tony Brown, I can promise you this. Trinity was not wrestling a woman tonight, bruh. I am not sure what you were watching tonight, Tony Brown, but Trinity was not wrestling a woman tonight. All right? Trinity was wrestling a knockout. Wrestling a knockout. What do you want me to say, man? Let me ask you this, Tony Brown. Were you entertained? And were you amused? And did you enjoy the booty meat of Trinity's opponents tonight? Let me ask you that, Tony Brown. Tony Brown, what did you think of the booty meat of Trinity's opponent? I think that's the important question that we all want to know. Thank you so much, Tony Brown. Jason Baker. Jason, thank you so much. for the $5 super chat. Much appreciated, man. No comment, though. No comment. It's all good. It's all good. We have Angel Alega. I think I got that right. Nailed it. Nailed it. With the brand new Taco Crew membership. Now, Angel, check this out. Check this out. Because you are the newest Taco Crew member, Angel, this is important. We're going to sit you right up front, okay? You're going to be sitting right up front, right next to me, enjoying this show. Also, I'm going to get you a front row seat. Susan, you know the routine, you know the deal. Angel, up front, right here next to me. Susan, get Angel a seat. Angel, you're going to be sitting right here next to me. And Angel, I can promise you right now, I can't foresee anything happening right now that would have me move you anywhere but right here up front. VIP style. VIP style, bro. You're going to be right here with me all night. Probably the rest of the year. I don't see anything changing that at all. Good to have you. Thank you so much for being a Taco Crew member. It is much appreciated. Beyond the Script podcast with the $4.99 super chat says, I'm surprised I'm still up, but how are you, bro? Always enjoy your streams. Thank you so much, man. I sincerely appreciate that. And by the way, guys, if you do not know, friend of the channel, very loyal supporter, Beyond the Script podcast, is going through some tough times right now. All right. His place of residence have caught fire. And as you all know, if your home catches fire, your whole world is impacted. See the pun on words there? Your whole world is impacted. Things are just all messed up, and sometimes you're going to need some help, man. So please, if you guys have a minute, if you have the ability, go check out my Twitter, and he posted his GoFundMe link. If you have the ability to, go help the brother out, man. He's a loyal Taco Crew member, fan of the show, and a loyal supporter, and we wish him the best. You know, things could be worse, bro. Always keep in mind, those things are all material. Those things are all material. Sound is too low. Am I low for it? Okay. If my voice is too low for anyone else, I'll start doing some adjusting. If not, I'm just going to tell Mike to restart his device or something, man. I'm not sure what to tell you, man. My settings are all good. You guys did this crap to JD, and he messed up his settings and messed up the stream, man. Y'all not doing it to me. Y'all not doing it to me, bruh. But thank you so much. Beyond the Script, I love you, bruh. Tony Brown. Tony Brown with the $1.99 super chat says, my sweet booty meat is red velvet. I know, man. I know red velvet is your girl, man. You can thank TK for putting her on TV to take massive L's upon her return from her injury. That's just such a waste. That's just such a waste, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. She is so talented. She's really good at what she does. She's already put in the work. She's already grinded. She's already started at the bottom, worked her way up the card, and then she got hurt. It sucks, but it happens. and then she comes back, and now she's a jobber. That's not right. That's not right. Don't like that at all. They need to put Red Velvet back at the spot in the card that she was when she left, because she deserves it, man. So, thank you so much, Tony Brown. Appreciate you, bruh. Angel Alago with the $50 super chat, bruh. What's really good, man? I appreciate you. He says, hi, I figured, let me show some love. Always love your partnership with JD. Your volume is a bit low. Okay. Well, if my man wants to super chat and say my volume is low, then I'm going to do some goddamn adjusting, bruh. I'm going to do some goddamn adjusting. Let me see. How's that? How is that? Is that loud enough? What the fuck? This OBS update, man. Holy moly. Let me see. Let me check my OBS settings, because let me see. Holy crap. I don't get this, man. Huh. My mic is not peaking as it should. Wow. What the hell is going on, man? I'm maxed out up here. I'm maxed out on OBS, and I still can't peek into the red. That is extremely odd. Okay. All right. Nonetheless, I'll leave it spiked right about here. I'll leave it. Yeah. Death metal. All right. My apologies, sir. My apologies, man. I don't get that. I'm with JD on that one. It's kind of hard to explain to you guys like how it doesn't make sense over here, but you just gotta take our word for it when we tell you. It doesn't make any sense over here. Kratos knows. Like it doesn't make any sense over here. An update happened. An update recently happened. Our settings never changed, and somehow the levels have changed. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But nonetheless, I cranked up everything on my Rodecaster. Everything is cranked up on this OBS. On this OBS input settings. Well, oh well, man. Nonetheless, thank you guys all for being here. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Tell you what, let's get into the show. Let's see. I had some news. I had a little bit of news for you guys that I kind of stuffed away for you. Let me see if I can grab it. I know we had some news on Mickie James. I know we had some news on a couple other things going around. I'll tell you what, it wasn't a whole lot. I know Mickie James is reportedly going to be taking some time off after the TNA crossover. So apparently she wants some time. I thought she was retired, but apparently she came back full time, but now she's going to be taking time off. Not sure what that's all about, but it's always good to see Mickie when she's working in the ring. So she's taking some time off and she's going to come back. That's awesome. That is awesome. So let's get into the show. We do Full Gear predictions. I do not believe we will be doing Full Gear predictions. I don't think so. But maybe we will. I'll talk to JD about it. Maybe we'll roll a couple of shows into one, because I know he has SmackDown tomorrow. Then we have Rampage and Collision, which are live tomorrow. And yeah, we do have Full Gear Saturday. Maybe we'll roll a show into one and make it a super show for the weekend. That's actually a good idea. So, starting off today's show, we have what's up, Kratos? Off topic, but if there any announcement for Dragon Age, Dragon Wolf, my personal Destiny 2? I don't know. I have not followed them. I heard about them, but I didn't follow them. I don't want to get into another game like Destiny anymore. Like, I'm already hooked in Destiny 2. I don't want to get hooked into another game and be stuck in that one for another decade, you know? So I'm gonna, chalk this Destiny 2 situation up as a loss and just ride it out until it dies, but I'm not gonna get myself into another situation like that. But we'll see. I heard good things about them, but I don't know when they're coming out though. Guys, we have the Impact World Tag Team Championship ABC versus Kenny King and Sheldon Jean. Not bad. Not bad. Whenever you have ABC in the match, man, it is always going to be something interesting because those guys can work. Kenny King is a killer. I'm not going to lie. Sheldon Jean is, how do I put it? If I had to peg one as the weakest link of these four men, it would definitely be Sheldon Jean for me. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I've misgraded Sheldon Jean. If I'm way off on this, let me know, and I can go back and reevaluate them. So we shall see. Jason Barker says Kenny King requested his release and was granted it. Really? I haven't heard anything about that, but that would be terrible for Impact, man. Kenny King is pretty damn good at what he does. So we got Ace and King starting things off with a lockup. King slowly works the left hand over until he takes control for a beat. Ace reverses it into a headlock takedown and arm drags. Chris Bay gets the tag, and they briefly double-team Jean before shifting back to offense to King. While the ref is focused on checking on King, Jean takes Chris Bay and drives him into the ring post. Jean sends Bay back inside as King unloads with punches. King gets the tag and continues the attack. So for me, I don't know. For me, with Sheldon Jean, maybe it's just that he's always out there with Kenny King. And it seems to me that Kenny King just outshines Sheldon Jean. So every time I see Sheldon Jean, I want to compare him to Kenny King because they're always out there together. And to me, it looks like Kenny King is leagues above Sheldon Jean. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm not giving Sheldon a fair shake. What do you guys think of Sheldon Jean out there compared to everyone else he's in this match with, So, let's see. Ace comes in to break things up. He kicks Jean on the apron and evades King before landing a super kick for a 2 count. They go for 1-2 sweet, but Jean pulls Ace out. King hits Bay with Tiger Driver and covers him. King and Jean double team Bay, and King lands a blockbuster and Jean hits a neck breaker. Jean covers for 2. Ace returns to the ring. Bay to finally hit 1. Ace hits 2, and Bay covers Jean to retain. ABC with the easy W tonight. We kind of saw that one coming. No big surprise right there. We see a nice little vignette from MK Ultra, a.k.a. the world's sexiest tag team. And they aim to reshape our reality. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to touch that. But Masha and Kelly aim to reshape our reality, guys. Wow. That's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. And so we said we have Moose. My man Moose, man. So I came into Impact not really knowing much about Moose, and it didn't take me long, man. It didn't take me long to become a card-carrying member of Moose Nation, bruh. Moose is a killer. We got Moose versus Heath. How do you guys think this match went? Who do you think won this one? Moose shoves Heath's face a couple of times before Heath throws hands on him. Moose shoulder blocks him. Heath does a hip toss and Moose rolls out to recover. I don't even like that Moose has to sell for Heath, man. And Heath is awesome, but Moose is on a tear. Hey, man, Moose is on a trajectory to the top, man. I can see Moose being Impact World Champion soon, very soon. They get back inside the ring. Moose ends up tossing Heath out of the ring, and he lands on his arm. Myers gets in a cheap shot with Moose's briefcase. Heath turns to the ring, only for Moose to continue working him down. Heath finally fires up and lands a missile drop kick, followed by a cross body out of the ring. Heath hits a couple of high knees to knock Moose off of his feet. Heath then hits a big power slam then for a cover. Q get a kick out. Myers gets up on the apron and Heath knocks him off. Moose hits a Uranagi. Myers slides the case into the ring right in front of the ref's face. I mean, there was like no shame in this game in this one, bruh. Myers just like, and then the ref's like, the fuck are you doing? And so this is one of those tropes because then as the ref goes to get the case and move the case out of the ring, she picks it up, and then she's like, let me get this out of here. She picks the case up, walks all the way to the other side of the ring, goes to hand it to the ring announcer, has like a full-blown conversation about the whole thing. They talk about their kids and the family picnic. They talk about what they're going to have for Thanksgiving dinner because clearly everything going on in the ring can wait. There's no sense of urgency for the ref when it's getting things out of the ring. Just like, here, take this. And the ring announcer's like, why was this in the ring? And the ref's like, I don't know why I was in the ring. He put it in the ring, and then I looked down and I picked it up. And in the meantime, all hell's breaking loose in the ring. So the ref is in no hurry whatsoever. Myers gets in the cheat. Heath returns to the ring, only for Moose to continue working him down. Heath finally fires up, lands a missile drop kick. Heath hits a couple of high knees to knock Moose off his feet. Then Heath hits a big power slam for the cover. Myers gets up on the apron. Heath knocks him down. Moose hits the Uranagi. Myers slides the case into the ring, and the ref sends it out. Heath tries for wake-up call, but Myers holds Moose in place. Moose hits a spear for the win. Still my favorite spear in the game today, and for some reason, there's a lot of spears in pro wrestling today. Moose executes my favorite spear right about now in pro wrestling, and he gets the win. Easy win for Moose. Moose and Myers then beat down on Heath until Rhino runs in and clotheslines them. Rhino hits Myers with a gore. Not a spear. Not a spear. He hits him with the Frank Gore. As Moose retreats up the ramp with his case in hand. Backstage, Moose is pissed. Moose cuts a promo on Rhino, getting in his business. Moose then challenges him to a match at Final Resolution. Spoiler alert, Moose is going to win that too, man. Moose is fucking great. Moose is great. We get Conan joining commentary. Olale! Alila La Raza! do you not love Conan? At least WCW Conan. 2023 Conan is a little bit office rocker. Is that how you say? I think that fits Conan in 2023. But back in the 90s, man, Conan was the shit. Conan was the shit, man. Remember that? Remember how Conan was going bug nutty out there? You know, they come out with the NWO. Let's see, what was Conan? He was NWO Latino. Was it the LWO? I don't know. I think this was before the LWO. I think Conan was a part of. No, yeah, I know. I think he was a part of another branch of NWO before they branched into an LWO. I really do. That seems to sound familiar. Yeah, he was a part of the Wolf Pack. Right. He was a part of the Kratos is right. This was before the LWO was formed. When it was just NWO and NWO Wolfpack. You know, fucking Conan come out there and grab a mic and just kind of spit the same shit over. He was rowdy and body. Whatever the current hip hop song was of the week, that was Conan's gimmick, man. That was Conan's gimmick. So, what are you gonna do? So he said Conan would say, "Toss my salad, olale." He did, man. He said some weird ass shit. We are rowdy. He would grab the mic and go out to a crowd like a country, like a city that's all about country music and do nothing about hip hop, and start spitting off some Master P fucking lyrics. You know that NWO is rowdy, and 3 people in the crowd. Bout it. Olale! Didn't catch on right away, did it, Conan? Didn't quite catch on right away, did it? We have a Lucha Rules match. We have the Rascals versus the Laredo Kid, Black Taurus, and speaking of WCW, Hoovy Juice. Juventud Guerrera. Disco Inferno was also a member of NWO Wolfpack. Yeah. Kratos. Look, guys, for those who don't know, back in the WCW days when NWO, not when it first started, when NWO first started, it was lit. It was the shit, man. Right when it started getting out of hand a little bit, when Bischoff started losing any kind of direction or what they wanted to do with it, and it started getting stupid, everybody in the goddamn company at one point was a part of NWO. I don't think there was one talent in WCW that was not a part of some faction or form of NWO except Goldberg. Even Sting. I think everyone was in some reincarnation of the NWO. It just got real lame and dumb. Everybody but Goldberg. Jeez, man. Hoovy and Conan on the same show. Didn't they legit hate each other? Dude, my God. Ric Flair wasn't. Okay, so let's see. Ric Flair, I'm trying to think, man. I think I could probably place Ric Flair. I know Booker T was a part of NWO. at some point. You might be right about Flair. Maybe. But I know Booker T was. I remember him doing a spinneroni in that fucking NWO shirt. They had the whole damn company, man. It was unbelievable. That's when you knew it. That's when you knew it was run its course. That's when you knew it was about done. Everybody was in it. Ernest Miller wasn't in it. Ain't that a bitch? Tony Brown says he was sure he was watching. Okay, maybe Ric Flair wasn't too. Ric Flair and Goldberg was probably about it, man. That's about it. That's kind of messed up, man. They know they ran that shit into the ground. Stevie Ray was, Booker T was not. All right, man. I don't have time to Google it right now, but I feel like maybe I was thinking about Stevie Ray, but it feels like I saw Booker T in some form of NWO at some point. DDP was not. DDP was not, for sure. Booker was not, says Michael Williams. Okay, all right. So, but even still, man, we still have like a handful of people. Booker was in NWO and WWE. I think you might be right. I was already thinking that, Michael. I was thinking that as well. So maybe not in WCW, but maybe he was in WWE. It's a complete clusterfuck, man. The whole goddamn company was NWO. It was so fucking annoying. I used to love NWO. I loved it. And then when it just took off like that, I'm like, it's lame now, man. It's not cool anymore. Everybody's NWO. But I digress. Let's get out of the 90s in WCW and let's get into the current stuff. Let's get into 2023 wrestling. All right. So we have Conan on commentary with Juventud Guerrera in the ring. Jesus Christ. Trey and Laredo start the match, but it isn't long before Myron replaces Trey. Juvi takes Myron out with, and then Wentz. I'm sorry, who the fuck is it? Here we go. Juvi takes Myron out, and then Wentz gets his moment back. Gets his moment before Taurus sends him to the floor. Trey takes Taurus down to the floor. Wentz and Trey double team Kid with drop kick. Wentz covers. So, who is this Myron guy? I'm very unfamiliar with this Myron guy from the Rascals. I'm just unfamiliar with him, man. I'm getting more familiar with Trey and Wentz, who, by the way, are just fucking awesome. I'm starting to put the Rascals on the same level as ABC as far as top tag teams and Impact. The Rascals are fucking great. But this Myron guy is fairly new to me. Trey takes Taurus down onto the floor. Wentz and Trey double team Kid with a drop kick. Wentz covers. Wentz then holds Kid in the ropes before Trey takes over behind the ref's back. Trey then grounds Kid with a headlock. Taurus then runs Trey over and launches Juvi into Trey with a drop kick. Gotta love Juvi. Juvi was feeling himself too. Juvi had that juice. Juvi had the juice flowing tonight, man. After the break, Juvi hits an assisted spinning neck breaker. Kid covers the Rascals. Kid covers. The Rascals turn things around with a triple team on Kid, and Wentz goes for the cover. Trey pulls at Kid's mask in the corner. They go up top where Kid manages to land a sunset bomb. Juvi flies in with a double cross body on Wentz and Reed. He hits a 2-for-1 DDT and faceplant. Trey tries to roll him up, but ends up getting a clothesline instead. Kid gets the tag again, but Wentz kicks him. Kid comes back with a neck breaker, and then Taurus hits a pop-up Samoan drop. Like I said, man, does anybody know more about this Myron guy? Am I missing anything with Myron? Because I like this energy, but to me, I enjoy the Rascals more without him. You know, Is that a poor take? Is Myron a great addition to the Rascals, or do they need to drop him? Because they have no idea who. I have no idea who he is either, man. Hoovy goes up top, but the Rascals break everything down, and Hoovy gets shoved onto Black Taurus. Trey and Reed help Wentz with a super kick and a double stomp. Triple team move, and Reed covers, but Taurus breaks it up. Reed takes Taurus out of the ring with a flying cutter to the floor. Wentz lands his own cutter on Kid. Hoovy plants Wentz with a DDT, but Reed kicks Hoovy. Reed hits a lung blower and on Hoovy, and cutter on Taurus. That lung blower was very sloppy. Reed leaps off the ropes, but Taurus spears him. Taurus hits Reed with Destination Hellhole for the win. And winners, Laredo Kid, Black Taurus, and the Hoovy Juice. Yeah, maybe it was that last sequence for me where it was like that botched lung blower and everything else, but I just wasn't feeling Reed very much at all. And that being my first impression of him, maybe I got turned off for the wrong reason. Maybe he's awesome. I don't know. I don't see any of my diehard Impact guys in here trying to come to his defense. So maybe he does suck. I don't know. We got Steve Macklin and KiLynn King versus Bully Ray and Jordynne Grace. It said, don't give him a mic. His English is bad. Oh, boy. Who, Hoovy? Oh, yeah, we know Hoovy can't speak. We know that. So, I learned something today. I learned that KiLynn King was trained by Bully Ray. That's impressive because KiLynn King is really good. KiLynn King is really good at what she does. So, hats off to Bully Ray, who blocked me on Twitter. Still don't know why Bully Ray blocked me on Twitter, but nonetheless. I think it's because I talk shit about Disco Inferno. I think that's what it was. I think on one of JD's shows. We were talking about a tweet that Disco Inferno put out, and then JD asked me what I thought about it, and my response was, "Who the fuck cares what Disco Inferno has to say, man? Who gives a shit what Disco Inferno has to say?" I think that pissed off Bully. I don't know. What can you do, man? What can you do? Let's see. Karrion Kross was trained by Disco Inferno, so there's that too. Weird. I don't doubt that because Karrion Kross is not the best wrestler. He's not the best wrestler. I didn't say that he sucks. Okay? I didn't say that Karrion Kross sucks. Here's my whole thing with Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross's gimmick. His gimmick is so strong. Everything that he's doing with him and his wife, with him and Scarlett. His gimmick is so strong that when you put him in a match, the wrestling doesn't match the gimmick. He's not as good in the ring as his gimmick is, if that makes any sense. You know, he can talk a big game with his promos. His gimmick can make him seem like a fucking badass. Then he gets in the ring and it's like, that's not as good as I would have hoped he would be. That's probably why he got fired the first time around in WWE. But I don't know. He doesn't suck, but he's just not as good as I think he should be, you know? Yeah, Super Shredder Cross. It pretty much, man. Steve Macklin, KiLynn King versus Bully Ray and Jordynne Grace. Macklin and Bully start with a long lockup. Bully goes for the headlock and knocks Macklin down with a shoulder block. Macklin tags in King, and she throws forearms in a corner. Bully shoves her, which fires King up. Bully knocks her down and with an elbow, and then tags Grace, who throws her own forearm at first. Grace hops over King a couple of times and knocks her down with a shoulder tackle. King blocks the suplex and clocks Grace in the head with a kick. King slams Grace in the corner. So let's talk about Jordynne Grace for a second. Okay. I'm not quite sure what is going on with Jordynne Grace as it pertains to she was a free agent and she left, right? And then she came back, and the thing is, I'm not sure, did she try to go get signed somewhere else and didn't like the offers and then came back? Because I believe she's here for a short-term deal back in Impact, if I'm not mistaken, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And then there was the whole Jonathan Gresham thing. We thought he was leaving, but he had that falling out with Tony Khan because he didn't agree with how, the Ring of Honor situation was being handled. Turns out he was very right about that. So I'm not sure what's going on with Jordynne Grace and Jonathan Gresham as it pertains to their status in this company and things like that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm trying to figure out what they're doing with these two. Because then Jonathan Gresham had something going on, but then he didn't. It kind of fell to the wayside. It's kind of weird. Grace escapes and tags Bully. He strikes her and goes up top, but Macklin cuts him off. KiLynn is able to toss Bully back to the mat, cover for a 1 count. Macklin gets tagged and he continues the offense. King and Grace gets tags again before they trade strikes. Grace does running knees and then a running elbow in the corner. Vader bomb lands. Grace's one of Grace's signature moves. Macklin breaks the cover. King pump kicks Macklin when Grace ducks. Bully sends Macklin to the floor. Grace plants King with a juggernaut driver for the win. Jordynne Grace, Bully Ray pulls out the W there. And after the match, we had a little bit of, what's going on here type deal. So Bully Ray has been in this little bit of a transition between heel, babyface. He kind of got tired of Macklin talking shit about him, calling him soft. So he's been teasing this babyface turn. And then after the match, Bully goes and gets her trophy, her Call Your Shot trophy, and he goes to hand it to Grace, and he tells her, he asks her if she wants it. I'm like, you want it? She's like, it's my fucking title, my fucking trophy. Yeah, I want it. He's like, take it. And she goes to grab it, and Bully's holding on to it. He goes, take it from me. Fucking act like you want it. Take it. So she pulls harder, and then she takes it. And then he ends up, putting her over. He turns and faces hard cam, endorses her, holds her hand up. So a little bit of a babyface moment right there for Bully Ray. I guess that kind of seals the deal for what they're going to do with Bully Ray going forward. What do I think about it? I don't know. Isn't it kind of an oxymoron to have Bully Ray as a babyface? Right? Shouldn't he be a heel? No? But then again, we're living in a day and age right now where MJF is considered a babyface. So I guess Bully Ray being a babyface is not the weirdest thing going on in wrestling right now. We're going around calling MJF our scumbag. How weird is that shit? American Rockstar, what's going on with you, bruh? What's going on with you, Mr. Palmer? No Taco Crew membership for Patrick Palmer, man. Used to be my homie. Now you act like you don't know me. I'm kidding, bruh. I'm just happy you're here. I'm happy that you guys are all here. Thank you guys so much. Next match, we have Sonny Kiss versus Trinity. We get a lockup, and Kiss rolls Trinity. Trinity twists the arm, but Kiss flips around to get out, only for Trinity to kick her in the face. Kiss escapes a cover, shimmies, and then hits a Hurricane Rana before they both kick up into a stalemate. Trinity and Sonny both do Trinity's dance for a moment. Kiss gyrates on Trinity's face in the corner and then blows a kiss in her face. Trinity goes for the head scissors, but eventually is able to gyrate on Sonny's face. Okay. Trinity plants Kiss to the mat. She does a takedown and hits a sit-out powerbomb for the win. Trinity wins. Josh Alexander versus Will Ospreay. Main event. What a match. What a match. Look, man, I'm going to be nice here, okay? I'm going to be nice here. I'm going to chalk this one right there under the, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But the good news is, after that match, we get Josh and Will Ospreay, bruh. Let's talk about that one. Let's talk about that one. This is somewhat of a, I don't want to say, I'll say it's somewhat of a little bit of a mini dream match. A little bit of a mini dream match here, you know. Josh Alexander is the best in-ring worker that Impact has to offer. Will Ospreay is considered by many to be the best wrestler in the world today. So, should make for an interesting matchup, right? Let's take a look, see. Josh takes Will Ospreay down at first, but then they both stay on their feet during the attempted shoulder tackles. Josh finally knocks Ospreay off and, catches him for a second one. Ospreay back elbows and then runs to the ropes for a Hurricane Rana. After the break, we come back here and Ospreay throws Josh into the turnbuckles for a chop. Josh knocks Will off his feet and remains confident, man. That is one thing. And if you're new here, then let me explain to you that I'm still trying to get accustomed to this Josh Alexander thing in Impact. I can see and I can tell. I mean, I can obviously see that he is a phenomenal in-ring worker. Phenomenal. I'm talking like Kurt Angle in his prime phenomenal. I mean, the guy can go in the ring. My only hang up with Josh right about now is that he is the polar opposite of Kurt Angle when it comes to charisma. That is my whole thing right there. I'm trying to get emotionally invested in Josh Alexander, and it's very hard to do because he's like a charisma vacuum. But in this setting, in this match, in this environment, Josh is shining for me. All right, because the guy can go. Will Ospreay, he's all right. He's okay, I guess, you know. If phenomenal 5-star matches is your kind of thing, you know. So, they trade blows before Josh goes for an ankle lock and then steps through with a sharpshooter. Will gets the bottom rope, so they have to break that up. You know, ankle lock, you know, speaking of Kurt Angle, you know. Let's see. Josh delivers chest chops, but Will lands a big a big one to knock him down. Will runs to the ropes, but Josh catches him in the waist lock. Running shooting star press from Ospreay and then a cover attempt. Josh tries for a German, but Will lands on his feet. Josh catches Ospreay with a mid-Hurricane Rana and then slams him on his knee for a backbreaker. That backbreaker that Josh does, the way that he sets it up and does it, it looks like he's about to do some serious damage to his own knee when he does that. I always cringe at the way that Josh does that backbreaker like that, with the amount of impact and then the angle that he does it. You guys know which one I'm talking about? Is it just me? It feels like Josh is going to fuck up his knee, but he always seems to be okay, so I don't know. Josh does a running cross body to knock each other onto the floor. They get back inside, though. Will throws rights, but gets hit with a Northern Lights suplex. Josh tries picking him apart with a boot and then a headlock. Ospreay bites his way out of the headlock, and then he gets chopped in the corner. Ospreay bounces off the ropes with a handspring kick. Will hits a flying forearm off the ropes. Cover attempt. Will chops Josh in the corner, and Josh asks for more. He's like, "Come on, bitch. You know what you got?" You know, they come face to face, and Ospreay lays it in. Will springs off the ropes again, but Josh catches him. And he does a standing Blue Thunder spin out powerbomb, boy. It was, oh my God. So pretty. So pretty. So pretty, man. This guy is so good in the ring. Josh does an avalanche rolling senton, but Ospreay follows it with a Tiger Driver. We get the TNA chants breaking out. And somewhere in the back, you know, Scott D'Amore is having an orgasm. You know, Scott loves those TNA chants, man. Loves them. Ospreay kicks Josh's face in the corner, and his mouthpiece falls out. You know, Josh has that amateur wrestler look with the headgear and the mouthpiece. Kick that shit right out of his mouth, man. Will goes up top, but is tripped. Will headbutts Josh to the mat, and then goes for the twisting moonsault. His knee tweaks on the twisting moonsault, and I thought it was a legit injury. Because as soon as he landed, right away, Ospreay started grabbing that knee, and then right away, Josh Alexander goes like boom in for the kill, man. Right away goes for the ankle lock on that potentially injured knee of Ospreay. Instead of tapping, no, Will leaps to the ropes, so he had to break the hold. Ospreay hits a stun dog millionaire and an O's cutter, but Josh kicks out. Will goes for hidden blade, but his knee gives out. He was on the approach, man. He was about to nail him with the hidden blade. Then boom, knee buckled. He couldn't stay on his feet for it. Josh headbutts him on the mat, and Will returns it. They trade more headbutts and then strikes. Josh hits Chaos Theory, kick out. Josh stumps on the ankle and applies the ankle lock again. Josh boots his face, but Will comes back with a Spanish fly for a near fall. Josh pulls out a pile driver near, feels like a spinning, like tombstone pile driver. Near fall. Ospreay hits the hidden blade, and not enough. Josh kicks out. Storm Driver 93. Josh kicks out. Another hidden blade to the back of the head, followed by a Stormbreaker. And that's about it, man. That's about it. Josh couldn't do it. Josh couldn't get out. Will Ospreay, winner of this very nice match, man. Nothing crazy. It wasn't like a 5-star match, but it just feels like every match that Will Ospreay does is like a 5-star match. You know, with the energy that comes with any Will Ospreay match, you just get that feeling like like this is a classic. You know, I feel like Will Ospreay's matches need to be graded on their own scale, if that makes any sense. I feel like this is a 3-star match, 3.5-star match on Will Ospreay's scale of matches. But a 3-star match from Will Ospreay would be like a 5-star match from anyone else. You know what I mean? And I only say that because you can't just keep giving Will Ospreay 5-star matches every goddamn time he gets in the ring. You just can't. I would love to. I want to. But you got to grade him on a curve, man, because the guy is just so good at what he does. He is just so good at what he does, man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Where does Will Ospreay land in February of 2024? Is he going to be at Full Gear signing a contract with Tony Khan? I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I think he will end up in AEW. I think that's where he goes. And here's the reason why. I think Ospreay signing with AEW gives him the flexibility to work where he wants and when he wants. That's one thing that JD is not talking about because Ospreay's gonna get paid. You know, TK can pay him, WWE can pay him. But what can AEW offer Will Ospreay that WWE won't give him? That's flexibility. Ospreay can go do a match in the G1 if he wants to. He can come back to Impact and do another match in Impact if he wants to. He can go work anywhere else if he wants to because Tony Khan plays well with others. And he's not going to tell Will Ospreay that you work here, only here, nowhere else. You can't work anywhere else but here. Will Ospreay, he loves to wrestle, man. And it's not all about the money. It's about being happy. And in AEW, he can go wherever he wants, man. He can go wherever he wants. If he has a match he wants to go do with New Japan, TK was like, yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. We'll plan accordingly. We'll make sure you're written off of TV here and everything else. Go ahead. You want to go do Bound for Glory 2024 in Chicago. Let's go. Go ahead. WWE won't let Will Ospreay do that. They wouldn't let Bryan Danielson do that. They wouldn't let Bryan go work a New Japan match. That's why he left and came to AEW. Because he wants to get in the ring with other companies and do other things and face other people. You can't do that in the E. You sign with WWE, they own you. They own you, man, and they don't play well with others. So, my guess is Will Ospreay will be in AEW, giving him the flexibility to go work with his friends whenever he wants to. So, that's my call. And by the way, that is also today's show. Thank you guys so much for being here, man. I can't say it enough. I appreciate you. There are a billion different channels on YouTube, thousands of them about pro wrestling. You guys chose to spend your time here with me, and I can't say thank you enough, man. Big things are to come for this channel. I keep saying it because I mean it. Stick with me. Give me a little bit of time. And you guys are going to see it, man. I have some things in mind. I got some plans set up. And I can't wait to unveil them for you guys. So that is tonight's show. Have fun. Be safe. And whatever you do, don't hang out with P. Diddy or Will Smith. You guys take it easy. I will see you guys next time. My name is Jesse, a.k.a. your very own one and only Chi-Town Smart. I will see you guys next time.
Gisele, motherfucker.
And you can inhale the danger. Consider this us spilling out pills of anger. Fuck around, swell a vein up and make you rebel on the stranger. Can't contain the things I'm thinking. Sometimes I be feel like I'm sinking in the motherfucking words of the rap. Floating in the ink pen, breathing and blinking as I lead you to the brink and push you off in the deep end of the issue. Out of the realm of reaching, you ain't gonna know what the fuck hit you cause you sleeping. Chicago will be your motherfucking chick. Here to show you how